Minister, Mrs. Sirimavo Bandaranaike, receives a rousing welcome from a mammoth crowd when she arrives at Palali Airport on her first official visit to the Jaffna district. The Prime Minister waves to the cheering crowds who occupy every vantage point at the airport. The inclement weather does not dampen the enthusiasm of Boy Scouts, Girl Guides and young farmers who give an impressive march past. Clad in white, she visits the Srilanka Vihara, where she is received by the High Priest and makes offerings at the foot of the statue of the Buddha. She then listens to the chanting of Pirit. At the Nallur Kandasamy temple, she is welcomed by the Kovil dignitaries. A special puja is conducted at the temple, where the blessings of the gods are invoked for Mrs. Bandaranaike, her government and the people of Sri Lanka. An unprecedented crowd awaits the Prime Minister as she arrives for the civic reception accorded to her by the Jaffna Municipal Council. She is welcomed by the Mayor of Jaffna, Mr. Alfred Durayappa, and introduced to the municipal councillors. The Prime Minister unveils a life-size statue of Sir Ponnambalam Ramanathan, the great Ceylonese leader who was in the forefront of the struggle for national independence. The Mayor, on behalf of the Jaffna Municipal Council, delivers the address of welcome to the Prime Minister and makes a presentation to her. Mrs. Bandaranaike expresses the hope that her visit would bring about greater harmony and progress among all communities in the country. The farmers of Jaffna welcome the Prime Minister when she visits some of the important agricultural centres. These luscious bunches of grapes are a sign of the new affluence and agricultural growth of the Northern Peninsula. As the Prime Minister put it, we are all proud of the Jaffna farmer. He is an example not only to the country, but also to the farmers of all countries. Another important landmark in the history of education in Jaffna is reached with the opening of the Jaffna campus of the University of Sri Lanka. The Prime Minister is received by the Minister of Education and Pro-Chancellor Al-Haj Dr. Badiuddin Mahmood and conducted in a colourful staff procession consisting of university professors, lecturers and students for a special puja at the campus temple. She unveils a commemorative plaque and opens the door to the campus. The Vice-Chancellor of the University of Sri Lanka, Mr. L.H. Sumanadasa, delivers the address of welcome. Mrs. Bandaranaike signs the visitor's book. The Minister of Education, Al-Haj Dr. Badiuddin Mahmood, addresses the gathering. The Prime Minister makes a stirring call for all sections of the people to shed communal politics and work in unity to solve the country's problems. She makes the first 10 admissions to the new campus. The people of Jaffna turn out in their thousands at the Durayappa Stadium for one of the biggest public meetings to be held within living memory in the Northern Province. They come from all walks of life, the farmer, the worker, the rich and the poor, to shower their affection and goodwill on Sri Lanka's national leader. The Prime Minister's historic visit has indeed generated a mutual understanding and goodwill which should pave the way for greater unity between the two major communities and accelerate the process of nation building. The paddy-producing district of Ampara is faced with the rapidly multiplying brown hopper pest. Over 5,000 acres of paddy have been destroyed and over 50% of the total acreage of the district threatened. In an all-out war to stem this menace, the Sri Lanka Air Force begins a large-scale spraying operation on the paddy fields. An international authority on insecticides, Rachel Carson, has described this method of pest control as one of the most effective for the protection of crops.